Good evening. This is the last of our nights together, and what a gentle place to arrive at. We have come a long way, you and I, through so many quiet hours. We have sat at a humble little table where love was the whole meal and watched a single grain of rice feed thousands. We have walked the cows home through golden dust at dusk and stood by the river while a fire was breathed quietly away. Night after night, story after story, you have let yourself be carried down into sleep. And tonight, this final night, you can let go of everything. Truly everything. Whatever this day held, whatever the long stretch of days behind it held, you do not have to carry any of it for one moment longer. Let the lamps grow dim. Let the phone be set down. There is nothing left to fix tonight, nothing left to decide, nothing left to hold. For this last little while, your only task is to rest your body, soften your breath, and let yourself be carried. Let your eyes close. Let your shoulders sink down heavy and warm. Breathe in slowly and let the breath flow out even more slowly, and feel how each one loosens something in you, lets something go. Think, just for a soft moment, of all the nights you have spent here, drifting off to these old gentle stories. Night after night, you have set down the day and let yourself be carried into sleep. You have grown practiced at it now, at this letting go. And tonight, on this last night, you can let go more completely than ever before, because tonight's story is the one all the others have been quietly leading toward. Tonight I want to tell you the story at the very heart of the Gita, the oldest and tenderest promise of all. Listen, and let it gather up all the nights that came before, and carry you home. It was the dawn of a great and terrible day. On the wide plain of Kurukshetra, two vast armies stood facing one another, ready for a war that would decide the fate of a kingdom. Banners stretched as far as the eye could see. Conches sounded across the field. And in the midst of it all stood the greatest warrior of his age, the noble archer Arjuna, in his chariot, ready to fight. Beside him, holding the reins of his horses, was his charioteer, and his charioteer was Krishna, his dearest friend and guide, who had chosen to stand with him not as a warrior, but quietly at his side to steer him through the day. Think of that as you settle deeper into your rest. The one who could have commanded armies, who held all the power in the world, chose instead the humblest place, at his friend's side, holding the reins, asking nothing, simply being near. He did not stand above Arjuna. He stood beside him, close enough to speak softly, close enough to be heard over the noise of the world. And Arjuna asked Krishna to drive the chariot out into the space between the two armies, so that he might look upon those he was about to fight. But when the chariot came to rest in that open ground, and Arjuna lifted his eyes and truly looked, his heart broke. For there, in the ranks across from him, he did not see strangers. He saw his own family, his grandfather, who had cradled him as a child, his teacher, who had taught him everything he knew, cousins he had grown up beside, uncles and friends and elders he loved. They stood arrayed against him, and he understood that to go forward was to raise his hand against the very people who had made him who he was. And a great sorrow came over Arjuna, heavier than any armor. His famous bow, the mighty Gandiv, slipped from his hand. His limbs grew weak. His mouth went dry. And the great warrior sank down into the seat of his chariot, overcome, unable to stand, unable to fight, unable to go on. "I cannot do this," he said. "I would rather lay down my weapons than win a kingdom this way." And there he sat, sunk in grief, lost, with no idea how to take even one more step. Feel that for a moment gently as you lie here. That heaviness, that sinking down under a weight too great to carry. You have felt something like it on the hardest days. And feel too who was there beside him in that moment. Not gone, not far away. Right there, close at hand, holding the reins. He was not left alone with it. For Krishna did not turn from his friend in his sorrow. He did not grow impatient or harsh or cold. He stayed beside him. And all through that long morning, while the two great armies waited in silence, he spoke to Arjuna, softly, patiently, with the deepest love. He did not scold him for his weakness. He met him in it. He let his friend pour out all his grief and confusion, all his despair, and he listened, and then gently he began to speak. He spoke to him of the soul that never dies and is never truly harmed, the soul that passes through life and death the way a person changes worn clothing for new, setting aside the old and worn and taking up the fresh. He told Arjuna not to grieve for what cannot truly perish. He spoke of doing what is right without clinging to the fruits of it, of acting from love and duty and letting go of the endless worry over outcomes. He spoke of a steady, peaceful mind, unshaken by gain or loss, by praise or blame, like the deep ocean that stays calm at its depths, no matter how many rushing rivers pour into it. Be like that ocean, he told his friend. Let the rivers come, the good and the hard alike, and stay calm and deep within. Hour by hour, as the sun rose over the plain, Krishna's words moved through Arjuna's troubled heart, like cool water through dry ground. And slowly, the storm in him began to settle. The fear loosened its grip. The sorrow grew quieter. Let those same gentle words move through you now, settling you, smoothing you, as your breathing slows and your body grows heavier against the bed. And then, at the very last, after all the teaching, after all the wisdom, after every high and beautiful thing had been said, Krishna gave Arjuna the simplest and most tender promise of all. He set aside the great words and the high ideas, and he spoke to his friend's heart directly, the way you would speak to someone you love who is afraid, the way you would gather a frightened child into your arms. Let go of everything, he said. Set down every burden. Set down every fear. Abandon all the things you think you must carry and control and arrange and protect. Simply turn to me and trust me and give yourself over to me, and I will take care of the rest. I will carry you. Do not grieve. I will free you from all that weighs upon you. You do not have to hold it any longer. There was nothing left for Arjuna to do after that. No final task, no condition to meet, no test to pass. He did not have to be strong enough, or wise enough, or good enough. He had only to stop holding on. He had only to let himself be carried. After all the long and beautiful teaching, it came down to this one tender thing, soft as a hand laid on a tired shoulder. You do not have to carry this alone, and you never did. Let go of everything, and I will carry you. There has never been a gentler promise spoken on any battlefield in all the world. And something in Arjuna let go. You could almost feel it, the way the air softens after a long-held breath is finally released. The great weight he had been carrying, all the fear and the grief and the impossible burden of it, slipped from his shoulders at last. His heart grew quiet. His mind grew steady and clear. The trembling in his hands stilled. The dryness in his mouth eased. The sorrow that had crushed him lifted away, like a fog burning off in the morning sun. And the warrior, who had sunk down in despair, rose up again, not in a rage, not driven by fear, but calm and clear and at peace. His doubt was gone. He took up his great bow once more, not as a man forcing himself, but as a man who had set down a weight too heavy for him, and found, in setting it down, that he could stand again. He stood ready, steady, whole, because he was no longer carrying it all alone. He had handed the weight to one who could bear it, and he was free. And feel as you listen, how much lighter the whole world seems when the weight is handed over at last. Now let that same promise turn softly toward you, here in the dark, on this last and gentlest of our nights. Everything Krishna said to Arjuna on that field, he says to you now. Let go of everything tonight. Every worry you have carried through all these days and all these stories. Every burden you have been holding so tightly, so long, that you have half forgotten you were holding it. You can set it down. You do not have to carry it through the night. You do not have to solve it, or steel yourself against it, or stay awake guarding it. You only have to do what Arjuna did. Turn quietly and trust, and let yourself be carried. Set the whole weight of your life down for the night into hands far stronger and far kinder than your own. Let go and be carried. Picture yourself laying it all down now, piece by piece, the way you might set down heavy bundles you have carried all day. The worry about tomorrow, set it down. The thing left unfinished, set it down. The old regret, the small fear, the ache you have carried so long you forgot you were carrying it. Set each one down gently and feel your arms grow lighter, your chest grow softer, your whole body grow free. You do not have to pick any of it back up tonight. It will be there in the morning if it truly needs you, and most of it will not. For now, all of it is held by someone else. All of it is taken care of. You are free of it, completely, for the whole of this night. Feel how light you become as you set it down. Feel your body grow heavy and warm, even as the weight lifts away from your heart. Your breathing is slow now, deep and easy, like the breath of someone being gently rocked. There is nothing left for you to hold. It has all been taken up. You are carried. And as you drift now toward the deepest rest, let yourself look back, just for a soft moment, over all the nights we have shared. The humble meal of love, the single grain that fed the world, the cows brought home through the golden dusk, the fire breathed quietly away while frightened children slept. And now this, the promise to carry you. Every one of those nights was really saying the same thing in its own gentle way. You are loved. You are held. You can let go. You are safe. So let go now, completely. Let go of absolutely everything, every worry, every burden, every fear, every last thing you have carried. Lay it all down and let Krishna carry you the way he carried his friend down from sorrow into peace. Let yourself be lifted and held and borne softly down into deep and safe and complete rest. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, only to let go and be carried and sink down into the warm and gentle dark, where you are watched over all night long. Feel your breath grow slow and deep, your body soft and heavy, every last bit of holding melting quietly away. You are carried now completely, the way Arjuna's heart was carried from sorrow into peace. And so we come to the end of all our nights together, in the gentlest way of all, not with a struggle, not with a striving, but with a letting go. Every story we have shared has been leading you here, to this soft surrender, to this trust, to this being carried. The humble meal, the single grain, the cows brought home, the fire breathed away, all of it was teaching your tired heart the same simple thing it needed to learn, that you can let go and you will be held. You have learned it well now. You can rest in it completely. So let this last night be the deepest rest of all. Let yourself sink down further than you have sunk before, carried by hands that will not let you fall, watched over through every hour until the soft light of morning. There is nothing more for you to do ever again than this, to let go and to trust and to be carried home. Thank you for these nights. Sleep now, deeply and sweetly, carried all the way home. Rest now. Breathe slow. Good night.